Our guys are real excited to play, and it's a long time waiting. We only really get 32 guaranteed nights to play, and so our guys are real excited. They were, regardless of the opponent, they wanted to play. They wanted to play in front of the fans. But more importantly than that, I thought we played the right way. We shared the basketball. I thought our defensive fundamentals were really good. We know the tests are going to get harder and what's coming up. But we got some guys game experience and got the young guys in there a ton and able to play them and got their reps in. So everybody got their feet wet, and it's step one of a lot of steps to come, but it was a good step one.
Yeah, I guess I'll start if you have any updates on Tyree and Terrell.
Yeah, they're going to be it's going to be at least a couple of weeks, and hand injuries and both those guys, out kind of knowing how they are, will be back sooner than what they're expecting. But we're going to play without them for a couple of weeks.
One of the things you mentioned a couple weeks ago leading up to the season was that you had more than just, 5 or 6 starters on this team. What went into your decision on who your starting lineup was today? Yeah, I really didn't even decide till this afternoon. The last couple of weeks we've had, certain things with guys out. The flu is rampant right now at James Madison, and so it's hit our team too. So we've had some guys miss some practices with that. And, it was a group that, that we started getting us going. I think we're going to be a team that's going to change our lineup throughout the year. We're not going to have a set 5. And, I thought it set the tone that Votto came off the bench. And, I don't think it's going to be a permanent thing. But for him to be unselfish and understand, that was right for a team tonight. And we'll see what's going to be like going forward. When you have the ability to put somebody like Votto on the bench and then be able to come off and be as productive as he normally is when he is starting, how much momentum can that give the team? I mean, I don't know how much of a glimpse you saw with it tonight, but moving forward, how much of that can be powerful for you guys? Yeah, I mean, you want your bench depth to be able to come in and either keep it going or kind of change the pace with energy. And in our both of our scrimmage, or one of our scrimmages, Julian Wooden was the best player on our team. And he came off the bench, and I don't think it's a permanent thing for him. But I thought those guys that were in there got us off to a good start. Noah made a shot early, got the guys' energy, and I don't think we missed a shot there for a while. We were getting shots, passing the ball the right way. And then the guys came in 17 minutes, not too far along with Alonzo, Votto, and Julian, and they kept it going.
Kind of along those lines, could you have imagined that, first 10 minutes of the first game of the season, you'd be going with Terrence and Xavier Brown at the 1 for the most part?
Yeah, I mean, we got versatile guys, and sometimes I think certain games, we're going to be able to do that. And, we put a bigger lineup on the court for a lot of the game tonight. Not always going to be that way, but I think there's times where we can see it and look at it and see that's going to come. We use Mezzi sometimes tonight at the 3 and played him and Julian together along with Alonzo Soule. So that's a big lineup out. And you put Terrence Edwards out there, you got a 6'6" point guard. So, we're going to keep changing, keep looking at some different things, see what we like. But I just thought our guys' mentality of playing unselfish, making the play for the teammate, not forcing things, I thought that was the biggest thing that I could take away on the offensive end tonight.
You talk about that bigger lineup, and you talk about Mezzi a little bit. You had Mezzi at the top of that 1-2-2 press a little bit. Is that something you feel like you can do going forward against even, against maybe better opponents?
Yeah, it's something I like to do. And tonight, I think we did it one or 2 possessions. And really, I just thought it was unfair for the other team. And those guys are so aggressive up there with that length that I thought it'd be better to back it up and work on our half-court defense. But it is something we like to do, and something we have kind of in our defensive repertoire.
And on the defensive end, you still had guys drawing charges when it was still a 50, 60-point game. What does that say about kind of the mindset that's been instilled with the defense so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, that's what, I thought we were really playing the right way. We took 4 charges and possibly 5. And, even when the guys came in, like, we're trying to see the right thing. And we've progressed. we had close scrimmages, and our guys really kind of bought in to some things that we didn't do right in the scrimmages. And we'll pick apart this. We'll grab some things to be able to work on once we watch the film. But it's a quick turnaround. Hampton's coming here. They're now in the CAA, the league we just left. I think they got 3 guards that are really, really good. They got a transfer from St. Louis, Nesbitt, that can really play, and Deuce Dean and Godwin's a really good shooter. So these guards are going to challenge us. So hopefully some of the fundamentals we learned tonight will help us, even though we're playing against much better players and a much better team on Wednesday.
You mentioned Noah earlier. What's it been like having him here now, and especially seeing him go out there tonight and not miss?
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. I mean, he's there's another word I'm just kind of lost for right now, but sometimes he's oblivious to what's going on around him, and he just plays. And he's not afraid to make mistakes, and he fits my system because I don't want guys feeling that way. But his role is going to keep expanding. He didn't get a chance with a lot of minutes tonight, but the minutes he was in there, played very well.
And then talk a little bit about Jarrell Roberson, double-double in his first game. I mean, obviously you wanted to be able to get these guys to have the opportunity to get these kinds of minutes, but for him to be that productive in the amount of time that he was able to play, what does it say about the potential that he can have at this team? Yeah,
I think potential is the right word. I think you're going to see him right now as a freshman, and then we're all going to look at him 2 years from now, and then when he's a junior and senior and be like, oh my gosh. So he does some things that are awkward right now, but also he does some things that show his talent. And we're going to need him this year. And it always is the case. And so right now he's, playing behind 2 guys that are experienced and really good players, and Justin and Alonzo Sule. But we're going to need him this year. So developing him in games like this, it might not show in the next game or 2, but we're going to need him down the road. Get one more, Shane.
Yeah. I don't think it's any secret that you preferred to maybe try to get more D1 teams in here this year and everything. Goodman tweeted earlier about an SBC MAC challenge coming up. Do you know anything about that? And will that make it easier to kind of schedule more?
Yeah, I was 100% in favor of it. I thought Keith Gill did a great job with that, and so what it's going to entail is we'll play a MAC team at home and then on the road same year. One of them will be in February, one will be early, and I almost wish we do that with other leagues. I'd love to be able to do that with, Conference USA or American or whatever else to help us out. I would love to be able to take the scheduling out of coaches' hands sometimes, and that way I think we'll get some better games. Sometimes the coaches get involved and it makes it difficult, and especially in November. Right now in November, I'd love to be playing some in-state teams and doing some things right now that we could to bring attention to basketball, kind of get things going with some energy. But it is what it is. So if that's a great move forward by the Sun Belt, and hopefully that's kind of the start of it, and we kind of keep doing things like that.